All right, so I'm Sharon Meredith, a certified health coach with Take Shape for Life and creator of Fitness with Heart, here with my friend Sherry. And we are going to be discussing tips for the holidays because many of us want to be healthy, but it's really challenging, especially when people are trying to push food down our throats, drinks down our throats, and all that good stuff. So that's what we're going to do right now. Talking about first things first, being mindful. At Take Shape for Life, we talk about this thing called stop, challenge, and choose. And the choice is truly yours. Stop before you're going to do anything. I use this in all areas of my life. When it comes to going to a party and people offering you maybe a piece of pie or whatever it is, stop yourself, challenge yourself. Will that pie get me closer to where I want to be or farther away? And then you get to consciously make a choice. Otherwise, stating, okay, great, give me the pie, and you don't really think about it. So I say be mindful. This is a great analogy that my health coach, Gina Ruby, uses. She goes, I don't go to Nordstrom and get to buy everything I want. So men, you can't buy the Maserati. You might have to buy the, I don't know, Camaro, or maybe even the Honda Civic Sporty Coupe. And girls, I don't know about you, but shoes are my thing. So what is it? I'm not a brand name person, but Manolo Blahniks. What's that, Sherry?
Very expensive shoes.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So if the same goes with food. You wouldn't make yourself go broke. Why would you take your most valuable asset that you have, your body, your health, and ply it with things that aren't good for you? So if you kind of put it in that perspective, I think that's a wonderful little analogy there. So starting with eat mindfully, use the stop, challenge, and choose, and ask yourself, will this choice take me towards or away from my goal? Now, some of us want to lose weight. Some of us are just maintaining. All of us want to feel good. So I say, how will I feel in an hour from now? And if you're going to Thanksgiving dinner, you do not want to have to unbutton that top button. And girls, now, if we have dresses on or everything seems to be stretchy these days, we just want to feel good. So why stuff yourself? So ask yourself, how will you feel an hour from now? And how will I feel tomorrow? When you made good, healthy choices the day before, you just feel proud of yourself. You feel really good. You have more self-esteem and you have more self-control, and you know that you made the right choice. When you go to a party and people are telling you to, hey, you know what, you don't need to lose weight, or come on, just a piece of pie, or this super sugary lemon drop martini, whatever, right? Because they're going to be asking you. It's okay if you go and you plan and you had that in your plan, but be very careful on that. But if you are trying to lose weight, don't make a big deal of it. Just tell people, I am really focusing on my health this season, and I want to feel good, you know, tomorrow, the next day, an hour from now, and I'm really choosing health. If you don't make it weird, they're not going to be weirded out by it. The truth is, when we say diet, then everybody says, oh, you don't need to lose weight. You know, I don't care if anybody thinks I need to lose weight or not. I know how I feel best. You know how you feel best. Exercise mindfully. So many times people are just going to do the usual, right? You're going to go to the party, you're going to eat, you're going to drink, you're going to watch football on Thanksgiving. But you, if you're the guest or if you're the host, you can lead the way. You can choose to ask people, hey, let's go take a walk. Maybe you can even organize a hike. One of my clients and health coach now, Julie Holstein, she actually organized a hike at Christmas one year. I'm sure she's done it since, but she organized a hike. Let's go do something as a family that's fun, that's active. You can play tennis, golf, whatever, play charades, play active kind of games. There is a game called Heads Up. Have you heard of it, Sherry?
I haven't. What is it?
We're going to have to play this. I'm not kidding. It is so fun. You put it on your smartphone, and for instance, if I would be the person guessing, you and the rest of our team, you would be trying to get me. I put it up here, and you would be having me guess what the word was. And whoever gets the most words in a certain amount of time, anyway, fabulous fun. And you get to be active because you would be acting out the words. I'm a bear. Oh, you know, we've seen people on the floor. It's super fun. But the truth is, you just gotta, add activity in, and you can lead the way. You can change the people. I don't mean to change people in your life, but you can help them make better decisions. You can be the role model. Interact with guests mindfully. This is also a time where you get to be with friends and family, and I hope that everyone loves their friends and family and are as lucky as I am. But the truth is, I know several that, oh my God, my mother-in-law is coming into town and anything I do isn't good enough, right? We all have some of those people. We might have some of those people in our lives. So the first thing you need to do is just take deep breaths. Know that your views are not their views. They're not going to understand you either. You may even irritate them as much as they irritate you. And I think that if we put our best foot forward, try to understand where they're coming from, and focus on treating them with respect, that's going to go a long way. They want to be heard. And if you can acknowledge them and respect them, I think that will really help your interaction with those difficult uncles, aunts, mothers, fathers, whatever, go a long way. So what are some actual strategies going to events and things like that? The first is you can say no. You don't have to go to every event. If you're a social person, please do, if that's what floats your boat. But if you're not one of those social people, you don't have to say yes to everything. So go ahead and say no. You can bring to parties, you don't have to bring food, because if you bring food and you bake food, you might be tempted to eat the food. So you could bring a non-edible craft, a candle, something fun like that to your host. Of course, when it comes to food, you can bring healthy appetizers or a side dish. So if you know that you're going to, I'm from the Midwest. Everything's going to be, laden with sugar, laden with fat. I am all for, by the way, I'm at a decent healthy weight, although I do want to drop a couple pounds this season, but taking tiny, tiny bites of things. The first couple bites are what's really tasty and good. So practicing that. But you can bring your own healthy dish so that you'll know that you can have a little extra of that because you know exactly what's in it. If you're at I always say stay away from the appetizers, but get a small plate of the healthy things, the dill pickles, the olives, not too many because there's lots of fat, but it's healthy fat, the vegetables, that sort of thing, in your dominant hand so that you won't be tempted to eat as much. If you choose to have a cocktail, you can do that, but also hold your mocktail or your water or whatever, and try not to stand around. You know how everybody does at the kitchen, and that's when your hand tends to go out and grab more. So try to stay away from there. If you are at the appetizer table, make somebody else that you're talking to, talk to them from afar. Drink lots of water. That will keep you fuller, will keep you hydrated, will keep you feeling great through the holiday season. Some more strategies. Portion control. I already touched on this a little bit. If you've got, like my Aunt Mertz is a great cook, if she's got a special pie or something, that I really want, I can take a couple bites. But again, it's just taking those tiny bit of bites. And if you're trying to lose weight, again, never telling people you're on a diet. Simply tell them that you're making healthier choices. And your plate doesn't need to be filled. It's not like we were 20, well, maybe some 20 years old are going to watch this, but for most of us, we can't eat that way anymore. Metabolisms aren't that same way. And what we did then have caught up with us now. So we need to keep inflammation out of our bodies. There's a whole host of reasons for not overeating. The real gist of it is having a plan and sticking to it. And I am looking for a couple of people that are on my challenge. I haven't had their plans yet. So I would really like to get your plans, because you need to have the plan. If you have it written down, your SMART goals, you're more likely to stick to them. It's just how it is. So have a plan for the whole season. And then each party that you go to, have a plan for that as well. If you've got a lot of parties to go to, let's say Thanksgiving is just a whole fest of parties. Know that on Thanksgiving Day, I'm going to go out on a limb a little bit. I might have a little extra. Unless you're on the Take Shape for Life program, you might want to stick to it because you're on a roll. But if you are wanting to take a day, plan that day. Okay, I am going to have a drink, maybe two, but plan it. And then know that if you plan to have extra on that day, you've really got to make up for it. So in the other parties, you got to be clean and dry, yeah? Focus on fun with family and friends, because it really, the season is about having fun, and it is about being thankful. And I challenge you not to be like the masses who have to have a New Year's resolution. Do you know what I mean by that? In January, everyone has their New Year's resolution because they gained the 8 to 12 pounds that most people do. So that's some tips on holiday strategies and keeping you in the game, and knowing that it really is about family and friends and focusing on what you're thankful for. Some people are having health challenges at this time, maybe financial challenges, but I know there's something good in your life that you can be grateful and thankful for. So focus on that. And that's all I got to say. Sherry, I know you have had an amazing health story and have lost a lot of weight in your lifetime and have kept it off now. Do you have any tips for anybody that I didn't cover? Because there's a ton out there.
Well, just to kind of like, I guess, reiterate on what you said about, how you're going to feel in an hour, how you're going to feel tomorrow. I've learned to cut out certain foods because my body just doesn't like it. So it's not about, being able to gorge on anything or to eat everything that's out there. I only eat what I know is not going to make me feel bad.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a great tip.
Like, I don't eat bread because my body doesn't like it.
Got it. Cool. Anything else?
Moderation, like you said.
Making choices. It's all up to us. It's our responsibility. Our health is our responsibility. We have one body, and we need to treat it well so that we don't end up on medications and being over fat and all that not so good stuff. So.
Well, you're right. It is a choice, and sometimes you have to make an hourly choice. Sometimes it's minute by minute. You have to make a choice.
And sometimes you're going to not make a good choice, and you've got to forgive yourself and get back on the track, right?
Exactly.
As simple as that.
Yeah, don't beat yourself up, then it just gets worse.
Exactly. Yeah. Any questions?
No, I'm good.
Awesome. Well, I promised 15 minutes, and that was, I think, maybe 14 minutes. And I apologize to anybody that views this later, that you see dogs, beds, etc. We're in the middle of moving, which is a stressful time, but a wonderful, fun time. And we learn how to deal with it because we make choices to deal with stress as well. So that could be a whole nother topic, stress in the holidays, maybe next week.
There you go.
Sherry, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Sharon.
Have a great night, and we'll talk soon.
Okay, take care.
Bye.